Hi you guys, it's Claritha and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a minute since I've posted one here on my channel, but it's been a busy spring and I've been busy creating new offerings which will be released shortly, but I also have been painting. I have also been spending a lot of my time doing my heart frequency paintings. I've had a couple commissions and I wanted to share with you some of them to give you guys an idea of what they look like and kind of what they are, because I know sometimes it can be a hard concept to grasp if you're not having like a visual representation. So that is what I wanted to cover in this video. So before I move on, if you haven't watched the video called Heart Frequency Paintings, aka Energy Paintings, go back and watch that one first. I made that a couple months ago, so you can get sort of a general idea of what they are. So I'm just going to kind of go through more quickly about, hit some high points about what they are before I show you some of the pieces I've been working on. So the Heart Frequency Paintings are basically it's a channel piece of artwork specifically for you. And meaning that these paintings are all about elevating you, getting you to reconnect with your heart, getting you to really dive into your heart courage to make a change in your life where you feel like something needs to shift, where you haven't been happy or comfortable. And these paintings are created and customized just for you. So it's every painting is going to look different. I'm not going to be selling prints of these things or anything if you commission a piece. So these paintings are helping to help you release what's no longer serving you, help you reconnect with your inner knowing about what's important to you and what you need for your life, and for you to be your truest self and be that out in the world. So what people want is different. And so the painting process really, like after you make the deposit or pay in full, the painting process really starts with a video call that we do one-to-one. And so we can see each other, and it's about 45 minutes or so. And whatever it is that you're wanting to create or call into your life, I want to be able to understand what it is and why it's important to you and what you want your life to look like on the other side of that. So after that, I take that information and I go into a meditation specifically just for you, and I get information. I use my other clair senses to get information about how best to portray what it is your heart desires in a visual piece. And so by kind of getting that information intuitively through like clairvoyance and clairsentience and clairaudience and all of those things, I get information about what visually will help to magnify that frequency and that energy in your life. And that is what I put on the piece of canvas for you. So whenever you hang it in your living space or in your meditation area or wherever it is constantly emitting that frequency of what you want, which kind of, once you match up frequencies, it is easier to get what you want. So it's all science. It's, you know, you can use the science or the woo, quantum physics, or just talk about manifesting. It's all the same thing. But that's how I get the information. What I've discovered in the most recent painting is that I also get information through other ways. So I also get information through my dreams about your painting, and I also channel information while I am actually painting. So, you know, it's all coming in for your highest and greatest good. And then the piece can take anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks to create. And so I use a combination of paints, which you can see some of my paints here in the background. The painting piece itself is a 16 by 20 piece of canvas. So this is 16 by 20 here. So it could be landscape or portrait, kind of depends. But so this is the size of the piece that you're going to get. And what else? So I use a mix of mediums. Mostly the paints are acrylics. So you can see some acrylics here. I've got you know, different paints. Some people, you know, there's oils, there's watercolors. I use acrylics because they dry fast and I can, you know, cover up mistakes when I do that. So I use acrylics, and so most of them are bold colors. I do have things like silver paint and gold paint and things I add for texture and things like that. I even use, there's even some like glittery stuff I use on some of my paintings, depending if that's called for. And I also will use like some crystals. So, you know, whatever it is that needs to be worked on, those are the types of things that go into the painting and make it really fun. And so, yeah, so we'll start to show you some pieces. So this is the first piece I created for myself, actually. I'm just gonna zoom out here real quick. 1 second. There we go. I think that's better. So this is the first piece I created for myself. I don't know if you can see. That might be easier to see a little darker. Maybe not. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. And so you can see there's kind of like some gold paint over here. There's some light language that came through here. Regardless of the images I get, the recipient also receives a printed out document with why each imagery was put into the painting specifically for them. So, so this one was created just for me. So I've got a little sort of glittery green heart here. I've got some energy kind of coming into the head, and the lion, you know, that's just for me to know. But anyway, so this is actually a smaller piece than what I'm offering to you guys. But the smaller piece was just, I was making it to fit a specific place in my meditation corner because I wanted to look at it all the time. So I'm going to turn this light back up. And then the piece that I made for a painting that I just finished up this week, this is the normal size here. So let's see if I can kind of, there we go. Sort of, there we go. So this is a 16 by 20. And this piece probably took me about 3 weeks because, you know, I have a full-time practice, so I'm not painting every day. But from start to finish, it was about 3 weeks. And you can see that there's a lot of bold colors. You know, I don't know if you can see the reflection, but like these two faces here that might look kind of yellowish, they're actually gold paint. I've got some texture on here. I've got a piece of turquoise, an actual turquoise gem there. So fun stuff. I can't wait for her to get this, or actually by the time I post this, she will have it. And she will also get a description on every piece of imagery that is in this painting. So it kind of makes sense and matches up with what we talked about in that initial video call. So that is for that, and that painting is also going to New Zealand, so I'm super excited because that makes me international. So fancy. And then this one, depending on when you're watching this video, is going to be going in my office. So it's actually one of 2 panels that I'm going to be putting together. So like, let's see if this guy can, yeah. And you can see kind of the reflection where the gold paint is at the top. But I haven't, it's not done, by the way. It's not finished yet. But you can kind of see, or not, there's some gold reflection happening here at the top. It's Metatron's cube, and I'll be finishing the rest of it. But this painting is going to be encoded, which they all are encoded, with the desires of what I want for every one of my patients to feel when they walk through the door. What I want my practice to be like in the world. So good stuff. So like I said, I've been a little busy. So if you have any questions about the heart frequency paintings, you can go on my website, www.jadepathacupuncture.com. It's under the services tab. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So I will be posting more about the heart frequency paintings, but drop me a line if you have any questions about them, and I'm happy to answer. So thanks for letting me share with you guys.